stunning. Absolutely stunning.
Hey up YouTube.
Crikey!
Up and good morning YouTube. So today we are on Fraser Island or ๊ڳɑːri is it? I think it is now. So yeah, so we are on Fraser Island and it is one big sandpit. The tide goes out at 4 o'clock and I've got to get over to the other side of the island before 4 o'clock because the tide goes out, and if the tide goes out you can't drive on the beach because there is no beach, and the track or the road is the beach, and that's 75 miles long. So I think I'm not going to get, well, probably, what they say is 2 hours either way. So 2 hours before high tide and 2 hours after high tide is the safest place, and I've got a hair nose, it's annoying me. So that's kind of the thing, and it is 2 o'clock now and the tide comes in at 4 o'clock, so I ain't gonna make across the island in less than 8 minutes. So it's kind of one of them. So I have found an inland track, which that's what I'm on now. So I'm going on the inland track, which is longer, but it's on the inland and it's pretty. Well, you can see sand and trees. So I'm going to go on the inland track and then take it from there. The last bit I have to go on the beach, but hopefully by then it's alright. If not, I'm going to wait a couple of hours. I'm going to wait till like 6 o'clock, so we'll see what happens. I'm just making this shit up as I go. Another thing, I've got the other camera going, so I'll do this section in time lapse. So what I'm doing now, you can see in time lapse, starting 1, 2, 3. Do the cool music. Well, music anyway. if that's right or not, Fraser Island in Australia. Spot that I stopped at tonight. Yeah, it's not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. So, yeah, I think this is pretty manageable. Pretty manageable indeed. Not too shabby at all. So today I'm going to head, I'm like 2/3 up, so about halfway, just over halfway up. So I'm going to go further north today, before the tide comes in. As you see, the beach is the road, pretty much. So, and the tide's coming in. I was watching, laying in bed this morning, I was watching some whales. You can see, keep seeing the spouts coming up, you know, the water spouts, and you can see the backs of them. None of them were jumping. But yeah, that'd be nice. There's some last night as well. So hopefully I'll see some more. So the little plane there, it's coming to land on the beach in a minute. It's going to fly over the wreck. So this beach is a couple of a couple of landing strips as well. Just got to watch out for the little thingies here, look. Because they can be a bit soft. Actually just fresh water. So today we're going up to room 8. Campsite 8, you can stay there a couple of days. So I'm going to do, today I'm just chilling out. I'm just getting back into living in a Land Rover again, and I've got stuff to do. I've got to start editing the next video. The last one to South America, and then you'll see my friend as well. Anyway, yeah, so I'm looking out for whales as well. So I'm driving, I'm talking on the camera, and I'm looking out for whales and filming all at the same time. Who said can't multitask? So I'm still on the beach on Fraser Island. I saw about 5 dingoes last night come round when I was eating, well, just making tea. But it's not waffling, it's this stunning scene, it's just beautiful. Yeah. It really is. Driving on a beach in Australia in my old Land Rover. What more could you ask for in life? Sandy Cape Lighthouse, and this is the very top of Fraser Island. That's stunning. Wish I could camp at the top, but I think the campsite's closed, which is a shame. That's good old Land Rover there, look, made it all the way up. Let's go and have a wander. So there's a lighthouse, graves, and World War II bunker. So do the lighthouse first, and the other two in a bit. I've got the energy. I'm out of breath. Adam's not trying to kill me this time. I'm trying to kill myself. But yeah, this is beautiful. Very dense. You can just hear the sun. That's, you know, shelter from the wind. And they've got, because it's sand, so they put these in. You could drive up, but only so they can drive up. Anyhow, let's have a look when we get to the top. Well, Sandy Cape light station, which is just up there, you can see. Let's go and have a look. So this is a, used to be that turtle shell, look, turtle shell, light, sorts of stuff. 23 dolphin vertebrae, so that's a dolphin vertebrae. That's pretty cool. Yeah, pretty cool. And obviously that might be in a stable. Let's go. So here we are. That were those in the lighthouse. Pretty cool. Lots of solar panels. And a view. There's the rain coming in there, look. This is the very top of Fraser Island. Very top. Land Rover's down parked down there somewhere. Cool. So yeah. Quite a big good view from up there. All around. But yeah. Lots of sea turtles, that's why you can't go on the beach, the opposite side of the beach. So yeah, to the top. Yeah. Don't know how much of this you're going to actually see. I don't know. Really don't know. But yeah, pretty nice copter. Now I'm not sure if that sand dunes there is Camp 3, Camp 9. Don't know. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. So I don't know if this is a house or whatever. What's that say on that sign up there? Look. Danger. So yeah, I don't think we can go in anyway. Just have a look at the thing above the lighthouse. Very interesting though. Danger, asbestos hazard. Well, yeah. Everything was made of asbestos in them days. Pretty cool. So, let's go and find the bunker. Well, that can possibly go wrong. Walking through this with safety footwear on. Yeah, in Australia. With big holes, I don't know what big holes are. Burying in there. Anyway, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Yeah, funny thing, last time I was walking through woods like this, as dense as this, I was in Alaska. I think it was, Alaska or Canada, can't remember. And I had to keep a lookout for bears. But, there's no bears here. Well, hopefully I don't think there's any bears here. There's dingoes, and then everything else that wants to kill you. But yeah. And then you got vines. That might have even been Mexico. Anyhow, I never know bears in Mexico, were there? Anyhow, let's carry on. So, RAF number 25 radar station, 1942 to 45. Do not enter or touch the bunker. So, I'm presuming this is the bunker. Which, okay. So it's not, it's a pile of stones. Really? Very overgrown. So I'm presuming, yeah, you can see a bit of the walls there. So what use is it being in the middle of here? That's kind of the thing. Yeah, because there is another bit fastened down there. Don't know. Oh. Yeah, not a lot to see really. Not a lot to see, but there's definitely something there. But I suppose I didn't know what to expect. It's not like the bunkers that I presume in Europe and the US and everywhere else. But it is what it is. This path up to the graves is just getting overgrown, way overgrown. And nobody's been up here in a long time. There's no footprints or anything. So, I ain't going to bother going any further. I'm not even sure if this is the right path or not, because the path's just, yeah, there's no footprints but mine. So I think it's the right thing to do is not go. But yeah, anyway. I've seen plenty of graves and dead bodies before, so it's been cool if it was a little bit better. Yeah, funny, I was just walking back and I was saying that. What that is. Have a quick look. That's just like water troughs or something. That looks like a well. Yeah. So it is, it's water containers. Yeah, and then a makeshift ramp. That's pretty cool. I just wonder what they were. So when you're beach driving and don't get stuck like I just didn't do, honestly. But it's a real thing when you do get stuck, because this can happen. Now you see, front spring, engine block, that's the engine block, gearbox, front axle, a one axle, no that's the rear axle, bit of chassis maybe, that's looking like another axle. So it might have been a truck actually. So that's possible. It could be the front axle, that could be the back axle with all them springs. Ooh, starfish. Put on that. Yeah. Pretty cool. Now the funny thing is, it just isn't that one over there, wherever it is. There. There's also one here. So whether this is a trailer or something, but no, this is another one, because there you can see the engine, the crank, springs, pedals. Pedals, bit of the chassis rail, there, and then part of the rear axle there. Yeah. So that's be careful out there. That look like stunning, absolutely stunning. Well, hopefully let's not get hit one of them.